So, in the activity I just did, I had you measure a bunch of different angles and corresponding angles. So I think we had them labeled out as AG, FB, and CH, DE, correct? All right, so Destiny, can you give me one pair of corresponding angles based on that diagram? So FGA, and what does that correspond to? GH what? GH. Very good. Now, based on the activity you guys just did, what did you learn about the measures of corresponding angles? Looking at number 3, guys. This is everybody in the whole class. What did you guys learn? They're congruent, right? So anytime you have two parallel lines, you just learned that our corresponding angles are congruent. So if we have two parallel lines, then the corresponding angles must be congruent. That's the big idea for today. You need to write that down. Corresponding angles are congruent if the two lines are parallel. Now guys, this is what we'll call a biconditional. It's an if and only if. So corresponding angles are congruent if and only if the two lines are parallel. So since we are starting off with the assumption that AB and CD are parallel, that tells us that the corresponding angles are congruent. Now the flip side, that's also true. Let's say I measure a couple of corresponding angles and they come out to be equal measures. What does that tell you about the two lines? If my corresponding angles are congruent, what does that tell you about the two lines? Well, that they have to be parallel. So that's corresponding angles. Now let's look at alternate interior angles. Brian, what was a pair of alternate interior angles that you came up with?
Alternate interior angles, HGB and CH.
So HGB, so it would have been this angle right here?
I think so.
Okay, and what else?
CHG.
CHG. Okay, what did we learn? Again, to the whole class now, what did we learn about the measures of alternate interior angles? The two lines are parallel, Mackenzie. What did you learn about the measures? Okay, did you measure your two angles? What did you notice about their measures? They're the same. What's the word that we use for that in geometry? That's what we'll see. No, not corresponding. Congruent. Okay, so alternate interior angles are also going to be congruent. And also alternate exterior. Lucas, what was a pair of alternate exterior angles that you used? So FGA
and
BHE. And what did you notice about their measures? They're the same. So once again, they are congruent. So again, let's kind of come back together here. Let's St. Louis. Corresponding angles, congruent. Alternate interior, congruent. Alternate exterior are also congruent. It means it's the same measure. But yet, we have this last one to talk about. Same side interior. Same side interior. What do you use for same side interior? AGF? AGH? Okay, and what else? Alright, well, were they the same measure? I want to represent that with two lines. So they're not the same angles. Well, what was something unique about them? Something very unique. I'm not sure. That's why I've been a little bit more difficult to pick up on. Anybody pick up on the relationship Jackson?
They're supplements.
They're supplementary. What does it mean to be supplementary?
Well, 180.
They add up to 180. They add to 180 degrees. That's all you need to know. And I didn't make you guys do same side exterior, but the same relationship is true. If you have the same side exterior versus the interior, the same thing's going to be true. They're going to add up to 180 as well. And that's all you need to know for today. Because then basically all I'm asking you to do is, hey, this angle is worth, basically what it would be is I'd say this angle is worth 3x plus 12. This angle is worth 10x minus 15. Solve for x. Well, gee, what do you do? John? Yeah. Just step your equation. 3x plus 12 plus 10x minus 15 equals 180. That's all you got to do for tonight's homework. Okay? So tonight's homework's on Math Excel. It's called Parallels and Transversals. Okay, that's your homework for tonight. There is no homework challenge for tonight because you should still be working your homework challenge from Friday. That's due tomorrow. And I've got a couple emails from some of you guys, and that's a good thing you're asking questions about it. What I want you to do. So the remainder of your time in class, we work on our Math Excel assignment. And we're also working on the homework challenge for Friday because that's a tough problem. Okay? Outside of that, lesson's done. Told you it wouldn't take that long.